What's it like to be back in Toronto?
Exciting. Got in late last night, and then worked out with the guys and skated this morning. Really enjoyed my time here last year at the end of the season. Had 6 good weeks, got to know the city, got to know the organization, and certainly the players. And it's always fun. It's like a first day at school again. You know, everybody gets back, everybody's changed a little bit, but really fun group of guys and a very exciting time for us.
Were you working out with guys somewhere else during the summer?
Sorry?
Were you working out with guys somewhere else during the summer?
Yeah, I was living in LA. My fiance and I live in LA, and we actually have a good collection of guys. We've been skating since about middle of June or so down there. Extended summer, so took advantage of it, and been on the ice quite a long time. So,
like some of the Kings, Ducks, that kind of guy?
Yeah, it's kind of sporadic. Some of the guys, we just have a good pro group there. Some of the Kings guys, obviously, a couple of the Ducks guys, another player from Montreal, a guy from Vancouver, a guy from Edmonton. But it's nice. It's nice to skate with pro guys and sort of be mid-practice or practice mode in mid-August. I think it prepares you pretty quick.
A new year, but also the same challenges regarding a young team where you're expected to be a bit of a leadership guy, as you did last year. Ready for that role and maybe approaching it a bit differently, maybe knowing the lay of the land a bit better?
Yeah, I think one, it's a very exciting time for the organization, and fans should be very excited, and certainly for players it's a tremendous opportunity. I've been through something like this in Washington where I was a young guy and came in with a team looking to go with a youth movement, and to make the National Hockey League, there's no better place to do it. So as a veteran guy, I kind of know some of the things they might go through. I'm not here to just be a voice, though. They have enough people that are going to talk to them. I'm here to play hockey. They're going to need to see it done properly. People are going to tell them and talk to them, but they're also going to need to see it done properly. So for myself personally, it's a big year, but very excited to be part of the group. Should have a lot of fun, and I really think we can surprise a lot of people.
We just have some new additions this season, Frederick Anderson, Austin Matthews. What were your initial impressions of some of the guys that you'll be seeing in the dressing room this year?
Yeah, I just met Freddie this morning. Hadn't played against him much. He was on the West. I've been in the East the whole time. But big guy. I like to see that out of a goaltender. Matt Martin just met this morning. I mean, I ran into that guy 1,000 times in the wall, in the corner over the last 10 years. He'll be a big physical element for our team. And then Austin, I haven't met Austin yet, but watched him a little bit in this World Cup. Heard a lot about him. I actually know some people that know him. Say he's a great kid, bright young kid, and he's got all the tools. So you know, there's going to be other guys. I haven't met Roman, who's back. Again, I didn't meet him last year. He was traded away. But I think they've done a great job with sprinkling in veteran guys and a lot of youth and talent. And now it's just our job to execute and compete.
There is no team captain at present, and your name was floated as a possible one of that sort of job. Interest you? Obviously it would, I guess, but you know, a lot of people say you don't need a letter on a team like this, but nonetheless, it's you know, being captain of the Leafs is something a lot of people dream of when they're kids. Well,
yeah, I was one of those. I was a Leaf fan growing up. I used to write school papers on being a captain of the Maple Leafs, but I haven't had any discussion like that. There's been nothing approached like that. I think it'll sort itself out. Leadership doesn't, just because you have a letter doesn't mean you are a leader, or just because you don't have a letter doesn't mean you aren't a leader. The game today is done more by core. It's not just individual, and you can be a leader with or without a letter. I've always believed that well done is better than well said. So people are going to follow actions more than they'll follow words. But whoever it is, if we have one, if we don't, there's a great leadership group within the room. Matt Hunwick's another guy that comes to mind. Younger guys that are now kind of emerging. Nas is going to emerge as a leader. You know, Bosey's been a leader here. There's JVR. Many guys can do it together. I don't think anybody's looking to one guy to really do it. But all that stuff will sort itself out. We're not worried about that.
What were your impressions of the core group for the little bit of time that you played with the team last season?
Well, it was tough because Bosey was out a little bit. JVR was out. I mean, those are two big influences. Hawley was out a little bit. But just, I knew some of the guys. I knew Bosey for a while from skating back home. Played against, obviously, the guys for years, but you never really know until you're in the fight together and you go through some adversity. But really excited. I think, like, it's weird, I'm the oldest guy on the team. I mean, 33, and I feel like I'm the youngest kid in the locker room, but I'm the oldest guy. but it should be good. We have guys that have been in the league. We have guys. We're very well instructed from the coaching staff. Now it's just the league is about two things. It's about execution and compete. And I think the veteran guys are going to have to set the standard in that regard, and then the younger guys will follow.
And with the exhibition games in the World Cup of Hockey, are you getting a little bit more of that itch to get out there and start playing?
Yeah, I talked to a couple of guys that I've played with before that are in the World Cup, and I'm really happy to be in Toronto to be able to watch it. I'd love to play in it just as a fan of the sport, right? I think it's an amazing event, and that's sort of why I came back early as well to watch that. Root for my country. And also root for friends that are in the tournament, but it'll be fun to watch. Definitely a fun event.
All right, thanks, Brooks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brooks. Thank you.